Yo, what's going on, my Shekog bros? Today I got a new series for you guys. I think this one is going to be a lengthy one on the channel. I think this one has a lot of potential. I think you guys are going to like it the most. And I think this one can relate to you guys very, very nicely. But before I get into the series and explain it all, I just got to say, let's keep the channel booming. The growth is insane. The push to 40K is real. And I love it so much. All the comments, the likes, the subs, I try and respond to all of them. The Twitter replies, literally everything. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys sub and all that. I always say it's free, and it is because you guys just support me, and it's free. It's just like two people sharing the love together. So I appreciate that. Appreciate that, and let's keep it up. But that's just gonna be it for the intro. Now, like you guys know, all my videos are they're just casual. It's just me teaching you guys and trying to give you my best insight to help you guys grow as a Rocket League player from my information and my knowledge. But this series today is going to be basically what separates a pro Rocket League player from your average Rocket League player. So for today, I have a Champ 1 slash High Diamond 3v3 replay for you guys. And basically, we're going to put mechanics to the side because everyone knows that usually pros have a lot better mechanics than your average player, right? But the point of this series is I'm going to teach you guys maybe some strategical and basic information that you're not going to have to use like mechanics like, yo, flip reset. But it's just going to be little information that I can teach you guys to hopefully rank up for just you guys. Maybe you'll go up a couple ranks with this information. Like you literally don't. I'm not teaching mechanics, not teaching you how to flip reset, double touch, air dribble. I'm just gonna teach you guys basics of the game, 3v3 style, rotations that'll help you rank up. You and your boys, watch it together. Maybe gals. But anyways, let's get straight into it. So again, we're going to be watching Charles. This is a Champ 1 slash High Diamond, Diamond 3 replay, I believe. So, oh, I have no sound on. Let me just change that real quick. But that is going to be it for the series, and I think this series could be a good one. I'm probably going to do it in the future, but yeah. So I'm just going to point out some basic things. All right. Bro, what is your engine sound? This is a viewer of mine also. So I always do viewers like in my Discord, which people usually join for my stream on Twitch. I'll basically ping people and just be like, hey, I need a replay. Okay. So right here, you get dusted to the ball, or that dude fakes you, it's whatever. That happens in low ranks, people whiff, and it's not a big deal. But right here, there's no point in ever going on the other team's side if your team doesn't have possession themselves. Now, I'll state that again. Don't ever go to the other team's side if your team and look for a bump or a boost steal if you don't have possession yourself. So your team is now in a threatened position because of that fake that guy had, and he hits it off your back wall, and you've now kind of abandoned them. So they're both panicking, and while you're on their side, and then you ended up just taking the mid boost that could have potentially been your teammates. Okay, again, we'll worry about some aerial stuff because obviously I don't want to talk about mechanics. But yeah, that was my first tip. Don't ever go to the other team's side if your team yourself doesn't have possession, because you're just throwing yourself out of the play, and it puts the other team in an advantage because now they have a 3v2, a 2v1, that type of deal. But you get the mid boost, and now you're last man, right? So like every rotation, we all know. Sorry if I'm going to be pausing a lot, guys, but I'm trying to give you the best information possible. I could make this video just super short, blah, 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 but I'm trying to give you guys the best information. So you get the boost in your third man, but you came a little bit too far up. You had too much trust in your team just to obviously put the ball on their side, and the other team, the opposing team, actually gets a good challenge. And since you pushed up way too far, the ball is almost impossible for the aerial, and it goes over your head. Now this engine sound is so annoying. I'm gonna turn my volume down a little bit. And again, now since you were third man and he panicked and you didn't get a touch or on the ball at least, your team almost got scored on. Now this is really good positioning, right? So your teammate gets a clear, you see your teammate on the mid boost. Instead of just following the ball, you want to occupy space on the field. So this is a really good job of going up middle, because now your teammate has a possible passing play to you, which is just a better play than like two people running at the ball and hitting it. Because now, even though the passing play didn't work, it caused the other team to be worried about it, and they did a good job. Challenging it. Now, this is like exactly the opposite. So I said, if your team doesn't have possession, don't go for a boost steal. But now this is a good time because your team just got possession in the corner and they're gonna clear it. So now you getting this boost is a lot better because look at your team. You're moving downfield instead of your teammates are in net scared because they might get scored on, right? Okay, good little first touch. A little bit high. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, this was a really good thing strategically, mechanically, obviously not incredibly clean. It was pretty cool. But so you do a good job third man waiting in mid, not getting too close again. So because of that, the ball ends up coming to you. You don't have to go to the ball. And that's going to happen in Rocket League a lot. The ball's going to find you. You don't have to find the ball always. But you do a good job of trying to make a solo play happen, controlling instead of just booming, flipping, giving the ball away. And because if you give the ball away, you just shoot. The other team has it. They have like 2 people in net. It's gonna be saved. But since you go for a solo play, almost anything can happen, and you end up getting a really good dunk, and you score off of it, which is all because of a solo play. Where if you just hit the ball as fast as possible and you just rushed it, you would have gave the other team possession, and they probably would have. There's no way you would have scored. So good job rotating out. You let your teammates go up, and you go as third man. Good job. Very good touch in the corner. Again, so far I've noticed that, and this I believe is a common thing in the other ranks. I'll just say like SSL and below. But people just hit the ball around. They don't like to control it a lot. But right here, you did a good job. You're like, okay, I'm last man. They just cleared it, but I'm not going to panic, right? I'm going to take my time. I know there's no one close enough to challenge me. So I'm going to take my time, control it. And then obviously you missed it a little bit and your teammates got your back. But you're like, okay, I'm going to control it and get it clear, which is very good. Okay, you're last man again. Let's see what you do. Don't push up too far. This is fine. Don't go for this. See, just let whatever's happening happen. There's no point in you going rushing in. See, now since you waited, you're able to be there for the pass that your teammate set up. Oh my god. Okay. I'm going to watch this, but you ended up being there for the pass. You unfortunately didn't slot it. You tried to get a pass and they cut it off. Let's see what your teammate did real quick. So your teammate flips back. Oh my god, your teammate's literally throwing. Now, I don't really have a tip on this because this is literally just a throw. Like, I think it's accident. But yeah, there was no reason for your teammate to do that, and it shouldn't have been a goal. But I guess this is the stuff that people tell me, the legends and the myths and the stories about at these ranks. So right here, you do a good job of rotating back post like you should, but you need to do a lot better job of focusing on the pads. Now, pads are one of the biggest keys in rotations and Rocket League in general. So again, you don't even have to flip because your team has possession. Like, you're going to have this ball before they do. So you don't have to worry about getting back as fast as possible. So you can just go take this pad, like take all of these pads and rotate back post like this and put yourself in a prime position to follow up a clear or follow up your teammate. But instead, you just end up panicking, flipping, trying to get back as fast as possible, and you go for a big boost instead of looking for pads, and because of it, you had like 24 boosts and you weren't able to reach the save. See, you can't play around the big boost there. The best play is just, see, can't reach the save. If you had a couple more pads, who knows? But the main thing is you can't just play for big boosts all the time. Nice little dunk by you. All right, Charles. All right, let's watch this back again. So you do a good job getting this pad right here. You kind of just hard read them, and you know, solid play, but not really too much to read into that one because that play can happen so many different ways, and your teammate's AFK. Nice, bro. This rank is, it's like stand-up comedy. Nice little clear right there, but there's no need to waste all this boost right here. You'll never see a pro player waste or use boost when they don't have to. Because, okay, sorry this replay is glitched. You might guys be confused and be like, oh, there's a boost right there, but it's glitched. As you can see, it's gone now. But you'll never see a pro or a very high level player just waste their boost on nothing for no reason. Like, so you wasted your boost and you didn't really like use your boost to go get another boost or go get a bump. You didn't really do anything with it. So you always have to be using your boost to the best of your ability. Okay. So I'm just going to let that go on because I don't even know what happened. Rotate back post, that's good. No need to use your boost there again. Just a little bit of a waste. That 23 boost can come in handy. And again, you don't want to start creeping out of net. So your teammate gets a clear, but right, you see Slim Jimmy and he's going to beat both your teammates. So there's no reason to start creeping out of net and, you know, going forward. Because if he hits this on net, your opponent, it's just going to be a goal because you're like, whoa, I'm out of position. I didn't expect that. So it ties in with the possession. If you don't have possession, there's no reason to really creep out a net, and you just have to be careful of that. Kind of a lucky demo. Going back for the boost, that's fine. Wasting a little bit of a boost again. This is where you should be fall. Okay, this is the exact opposite. So now your teammate gets a follow, and I don't really know why you're using your right stick, to be honest. Maybe you thought you were getting demoed. But this is where Mac just went for a challenge, right? So you should know he probably isn't going to be able to get this again. So you should be ready at least to go and try and throw up a challenge at your opponent. But instead, since you just do this, like you give him an absolute free shot, and so much stuff can happen with team bumps, the other team bumping you, just lucky stuff, or random, I should say RNG type stuff, to where this can just be a goal. And that's what happened right there. You have to be ready to challenge. So there's a difference between knowing when to challenge, when not to go challenge if the ball's too far away from you, but right there you should know to challenge because of how threatening the opportunity was for the other team and how much space they had, and you have to put a hand up basically. All right, let's go back. So you do a really good job. Again, good control. So far we've seen that this control literally leads to goals. So yep, good pass off the backboard to where none of the opponents can reach it, and your teammate does a good job of being there and slotting it. But again, that possession and taking your time has literally led to like 2 of your 3 goals. So that is a high stress point I'm trying to make. Take your time with your hits. Don't just rush them. Like right here, you rushed them. You rushed this hit. So you have boost, whatever, you go for this, but you're literally just slamming. You're scared of Jimmy, so you just slam this into the wall. Not a good hit at all. If your opponent's right there, that's just out middle for them, and they have a potential scoring opportunity. Luckily for you, there wasn't, and that will happen, but you don't want to build those bad habits. And a huge thing about ranked, okay, ends up leading to a goal anyway. A huge thing about ranked is not building up bad habits, because if you build up those bad habits, it's going to just become impossible to break them, and you're just going to build more bad habits on top of more bad habits until it just, your game is filled with bad habits, you know what I'm saying? But that last goal by you, oh my god, that was so lucky. Good job, but we're just going to move on because that was pretty lucky. Pretty funny though. Last goal was kind of just a mechanical error, so again, we're not going to really, that just comes with time and practice on mechanics and experience. So I'm not going to really harp on that thing, on those type of things. I'm just going to point out the positional stuff. Like right there, perfect. You're a second man. You didn't position yourself right behind your teammate. Like, let me chase the ball. He's like, okay, he's getting off the corner. He's going to let the ball come to me. So that's what you do. Now the finish, you're looking like me out there with that accuracy. It's all good though. Just keep shooting and one of them will go in eventually. So right there, that was honestly perfect. Like, those are the habits you want to build. Even though you missed and you might be like, shoot, I missed. You're like, those are the habits I want to build and build upon. So that was really well done. Right there, you kind of panicked and gave the ball away. Your teammates are panicking. But again, okay. So we just went over this, right? You panicked, you gave the ball away, whatever. You have 29 boosts. You waste it immediately. You grab a pad, you waste it again immediately, and you flip, and you just put yourself out of position to get all these pads and rotate back post because you go for a big boost that isn't even there. So now because of this, your teammates struggle and you can't even be in net to support them because you haven't been able to get those pads. Luckily, people whiff and it works. But that's the moral of the story. So if you don't want to play around big pads. Yes, sometimes you can go back for big pads. You need them. But you always want to be playing for the... Oh, God. You always want to be playing for the little pads. Okay. So this is kind of the same thing. You go back for, as we saw in the beginning of the replay, you go back for big boosts, and you just straight up, you push up a little bit too far, but I don't even blame you. Your teammate got dunked very hard. But that happens. You have to account for this kind of RNG in ranked. So you have to realize that the way this ball is, the trajectory and the velocity and all that, which comes with experience, but you panic and you just jump. You're like, oh shoot, I gotta jump. Oh no, the ball's in the air. Jump. But if you just stay relaxed here, you realize, okay, I could just drive backwards or turn around and then start aerialing again when it's closer and I can tell the trajectory and it's closer towards the net and save it then. But right there, you just straight up panicked, used your boost, and you didn't even realize where the ball was going, and you're just jumping to jump. There was no actual end goal for your hit right there. You're just like, oh, ball's in the air, it's coming to my net, let me jump. Honestly, good, that same exact thing. your middle for your teammate, really good positioning again, just the shooting is off. Like, I have nothing bad to say about here. Like, you miss the shot, it happens. But this kind of stuff, like if I saw it in a replay from one of you guys, from one of my viewers, I'd be like, that's good stuff. You do the correct play, now the mechanical error is the issue, which is always what you want to do. Even in RLCS, you always want to say like, you know what? I'm glad we didn't get, like, we lost because our mechanics were off or something like that, because it's something you could work on in the future. It's not something like you just got outplayed, you threw the game because you were just playing dumb stuff like that, if that makes sense. Unfortunately, you did take the L though, but I believe you'll come back stronger. Now, that is it for the video. It was pretty lengthy, as you guys can see, and I hope you guys take those tips that I gave you. I try to be super detailed and to help you guys rank up, because honestly, I think this series has a lot of potential. And I could definitely see you guys like tweeting at me, yo, with this series, you've helped me ranked up to this rank, blah blah blah, which it makes me super happy because I love seeing my family rank up. But that is going to do it for the video, so make sure to leave a like, subscribe, comment, do what you guys have been doing. Let's get this video popping, please, with the bad mic. Yep. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay safe. Afternoon, morning, dusk, dawn, wherever you're at, whatever country, whatever time zone. I appreciate you guys for watching, but I'm gonna head out. Peace.